What we're talking about here is the Liberty patch, balance and energy. This patch is on your website. It's under balance and mobility. And people say, what do you need this for? Balance, mobility, energy. It's drug-free. We recommend this product. We've got these amazing studies that show improvements in balance, stability, and strength. Okay? So this is on our website. So you can send anybody there and they can see what this product is. You see this patch here, the Liberty patch? We say to people, do the demonstration, show the effectiveness of this Liberty patch. There's a reason we say that, ladies and gentlemen, okay? There's a reason we say that. The Liberty patch instantly improves our strength, our range of motion, our balance and stability, okay? Instantly. So why is that important? Right? That's the relevant question. If we're doing a balance and stability test and a strength test on somebody, why is that important? I'll tell you why that's important. There are abundant research studies that say that if there is an improvement in balance and stability, it is a direct correlation to longer life. If your balance is better, you're going to live longer. And there's studies here that show that. Health.com study, NCBI, LMS. So these are published papers here. Okay. Number one, people say, well, why am I testing for balance and stability and strength? You're testing it because balance stability is a globally recognized biomarker that the better your balance stability is, the longer you're going to live. A more vital life, more vitality, longevity. Okay, that's why we do the balance stability test. Okay, so the question is this: is that important? It's fundamentally the most important thing that you could have is longevity. Second thing, studies, and we're going to click through them. Okay. Second thing is hand grip strength. Hand grip strength study published last year, 28 countries, 120,000 people, men and women. The stronger the hand grip, the lower our mortality rate. Inverse relationship. So the stronger our hand grip, the less likely chance of dying. The weaker our hand grip, the higher the chance of dying. Published. The links are all here. Okay? So I'm going to share some screens with you now. Where did I put them? Okay. No, that's not it. Yes, it is. Here we go. You guys can see my screen? A simple measure of longevity and health, hand grip strength. I'm going to talk more about this in just a second. Massive study published globally that stronger your hand grip, the longer you live. The weaker your hand grip, the sooner you die. Vitality and longevity versus weakness and death. That's what we're providing here. That's what the Liberty patch does. So these are all the links I've sent you. Grip strength, secret to longevity. Lack of hand grip strength may indicate premature aging, research shows. According to researchers, grip strength aligns with epigenetic clocks that assess the age of a person's DNA. A new study builds on existing evidence suggesting that grip strength is a biomarker of their biological age. The stronger your grip strength, the younger your biological age. So if we can improve somebody's grip strength and their balance stability, we are reversing the forces of aging. We are making them biologically younger and more vital. Liberty patch. Another paper. Grip strength, an indispensable biomarker for older adults. Another article. How a 10-second balance test may help older adults predict longevity. I'm going to stop sharing this. So these are all the links you see this. Okay. These are published papers. You can go on Google. You can see them. They're referenced in these links. You can go see these referenced papers. We have published papers on our site that show improvements in strength, balance, stability. They're on our website under the studies. You can see them there. independent papers published, others that have evaluated our technology to show these improvements. So how do you do it in an easy setting? I have one of these. This is a hand strength dynamometer. Real easy to use. You can buy it on Amazon. The junky ones cost about $50. The half decent ones cost about $150. You don't have to get it, but if you want to get it, you can do it. The balance test you already know how to do. You can do that with and without the Liberty patch. And you can test with the hand strength dynamometer. They're actually recommending here in Canada, I don't know about the United States, but the Canadian Medical Association is actually starting to recommend to their doctors that in their checkups, that they actually do a balance stability test to measure for overall health and vitality. Okay? So these are all provable things. And this is not our data. This is data that I'm going to, like I said, leave the links up there for everybody to cut and paste. This is data anybody can review and anybody can use. So when we say, well, why am I doing the balance test? You're doing the balance test. The question is this: who wants vitality and longevity? That's a question I would ask. Say, did you know that improved balance stability and improved hand grip strength are internationally, irrefutably proven biomarkers of vitality and longevity? You have the papers, you can put the links, you can do whatever you want to do. Agreed? So if I could improve your balance stability and your hand grip strength instantly, would you want to see how? I'm like, come on, get out of here. Really? Sure. Take the patch, do the before and after test with the balance, do a before test with the balance stability, do a before test with the hand grip strength, and then do it after. So let's just do it right now. So you turn this thing on. It asks you to put in male, female, age. So that's backwards on 52. So I've got no tech on purposely for this. So I'm going to start and I'm going to squeeze. So I have really strong strength anyway. So 119 pounds per square inch. That's my grip strength. You guys have done this, right? Take our Liberty patch. So what is the Liberty patch? The Liberty patch has a very precise, complex pattern of ridges. I'm going to talk about these ridges and how they influence our skin and send the sensors. These ridges are going to trigger a response on our forearm that's going to give us a neurological response for muscle recruitment, balance, stability, and a bunch of other things, right? Let me try this. Reset it. Do it again. 139.4. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. There's nothing. Look, first of all, there's nothing in the world that does that, that improves your hand strength grip by 20% in 10 seconds. Okay? It's absolutely unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable what it does for you. Okay, so that just happened. We just saw that. So when people say, why do I need a Liberty patch? It's not so to stop them from tripping and falling. Yeah, absolutely. It's to stop them from tripping and falling. But what it represents for them is absolutely phenomenal physiological benefits of longevity, vitality. Okay. So before we go further, I want to touch on one last thing that you can search for yourself. This is nobelprize.org. This is the nobelprize.org where they hand out the Nobel Prizes. Okay. And this is why this is the roots of what's in our skin that the patches are triggering to get the result. Okay. These are the things inside our skin, these ion channels that are being triggered by touch send the signal. So in 2021, David Julius and Artem Patapoutian won the Nobel Prize in Physiology and Medicine because they discovered receptors, and the receptors that are important to us are the piezo-1 and the piezo-2 receptors, which they show are genetically programmed to send signal that they receive touch information and they generate electrical signals, neurosignals to the brain. For centuries, we saw the evidence that our skin was sending information, but they didn't know exactly which mechanisms inside our skin were sending this information. So these two really smart guys discovered these mechanical transducers, these ion channels that are in our skin all over our body that actually create the action potential neurosignal that goes to our brain. You can go to the Nobel Prize, look at the Nobel Prize for Physiology and Medicine, advanced information. It's all there for you if you want to read it. But let no one tell you that this is not possible. Okay, not our research. Nobel award-winning scientists have discovered the exact, and they've named them, the exact ion channels that generate the information that goes to our brain. So these are the information that you should have. You should be comfortable. There shouldn't be any hesitation in your recommendation or understanding. So how can the patch send the signal? Well, it's using these ion channels called piezo-1 and piezo-2 that have been scientifically proven and actually Nobel award-winning information and discoveries that says, yeah, they send information to the brain. That's all you need to know. Every one of our patches has very distinct ridges that generate different signals. Clear? So that's where we're at. So what does that mean? So that means every single one of our patches can use our physiology and our skin and our body to send messages that our brain needs to work. So what are the different patches that we have? What are the different things that we can use? So let's start with our different products. So let me share this screen again. So we've talked about the Liberty Patch, why it's important. You put the Liberty Patch on, it's the anti-aging patch. It reverses your biological age by improving your balance and your strength. The Defend Patch is perhaps our most complex product. So what does it do? It does a lot. But what can you recommend the Defend Patch for? The Defend Patch is absolutely one of the finest tools to restore our physiological homeostasis. Okay. So the Liberty Patch starts with neurological homeostasis. The Defend Patch works toward physiological homeostasis. So what does that mean? The brain-body connection is controlled by some very key axis. And one of those networks in our brain is called the HPA axis. And what it does is it's always monitoring changes in our body, biochemical changes in our body, the biochemistry of our body, and it's telling the brain what to do. And sometimes that connection gets compromised and it doesn't work as well. So the Defend Patch is actually regulating the biochemistry of our body, the cellular chemistry of our body, by making sure that the different networks that communicate with the body from our brain down are always having the right information going back and forth. So how does this manifest in wellness? So what do we see with it? We see a better, quicker, more sturdy, and more balanced immune response. So people are telling us, hey, you know what, Jay, I don't have allergies anymore. I put this stuff on, my watery eyes, my itchy nose, my sneezing, my coughing went away. I said, yeah, why? Why? Our body, HPA axis, recognized that there was a change in our biochemistry that was happening, and our mind now empowers our body to better regulate that biochemistry. We see it in the live blood analysis, where we have clumpy blood, plasma, live blood analysis. You put the patch on, and just a short while later, we see healthier cell walls. We see better free flowing of products. We see our white blood cells cleaning up our plasma, cleaning up our bloodstream. All those things are happening. Dr. Sill Pasfield actually shared a study that we're actually expanding on right now. The Liberty patch in conjunction with the Defend patch actually improves the ATP production of our cells. So our cells are actually healthier, stronger, generating more energy. And what that means now, ladies and gentlemen, is that when it reproduces itself, because every cell is going to reproduce itself, it's reproducing a better, healthier version of itself. So the Defend is a big restorative technology. It helps restore our physiological homeostasis quicker, better, faster. And together with the Liberty patch, we really have this amazing 1-2 combo, right? And we're seeing so many other anecdotal things that we can't really claim right now. And it's time when we have the studies, we can do that. But immune response, protecting our body, recovery from sickness, recovery from illness. Let's give our body and our cells the energy to protect our body and to heal our body.